All right, y'all. This is another Reddit stories. This is sex advice today. Yes, the SEX. So let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Take one. So again, welcome to my channel. This is Tonetta Clay, your social worker and your certified life and relationship coach. So like I said, definitely welcome here to this channel. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell to receive all the videos that upload from this point here on out. If you ain't seen those in the past, go check them out too. Again, this is a Reddit stories sex advice, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into this. I already got one pulled up, so let's go ahead and get into this. I'm not sure how many of these I'll do, probably 3 to 4, but like I said, definitely stick with me. And I will be asking for y'all advice to put down in the comments too. Just keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and get into this. I wanted my wife to fulfill my kink. She didn't seem to be into it, but now she seems to be. Should I be worried? That's the question. Here's the story. For years, I've had a fantasy of my wife with another man, a better man fucking her. I kept them to myself for a long time, but 2 years ago, I decided to confess it to her. She seemed very surprised, but after talking about it, she seemed to be okay with me having the fantasy, but she didn't want to do it. She said she needs to have an emotional connection to have sex, and she only wanted to do it with me. Sometimes we would fantasize about it during sex, but that would be it. Outside of bed, we didn't talk about it. However, a week ago, she mentioned the subject to me. Apparently, a coworker she knew a couple months ago asked her out. She still hadn't given him an answer, and so she went to ask me. I asked her what had changed, and she just said that he was nice and cute. She said she wanted to go on dates with him just to get to know him better and talk. I hesitated, but in the end, I accepted. She talked to him, and he seemed to be okay with our dynamic. He also seemed interested in talking to me because he didn't know a couple who was into something like that. She said she wanted me to be there too to see if I could handle it, and also because she likes the idea of me being there, the three of us hanging out. I agreed. Nothing is supposed to happen, just dates. She didn't even mention sex at first, but then she said it might happen eventually. But for now, she just wanted us to all be good friends. It's also the first time I'm going to talk to him. I've only seen pictures of him. The first date is supposed to be a few days away, but I can't stop thinking about it. I think my wife is excited too. We're having a lot better sex this week. I think the fact that this guy was the one who changed her mind is the hottest thing in my life. She must consider him very special or something. But even though I find this very hot, it also scares me. I don't know what that change out of nowhere could mean. Maybe I'm regretting it a little. She didn't seem to be pushing me aside and wants to include me. I've become obsessed with the idea of the two of them together, and I don't want to end up destroying a marriage because of my kink. So, very interesting question, actually, but just know that there is polyamory, polyamorous relationships that occur all across the world. It sounds like that's where you all are headed to, I'm going to assume, because you're talking about adding this third person, even though she's going on dates with him right now. It sounds like it's probably going to go further than that, of course, with the sex and that kind of thing, too. Unless it's just a kink and she's going to be done with him, it doesn't sound like it. It sounds like she wants both of y'all, because you brought it up. I guess I put it that way. That's how it sounds to me. But I could be totally wrong. My main thing is I would say definitely make sure y'all are having these conversations. When it comes to communication and having conversations about sex, you both have to have all the scenarios and all the situations, talk about those things. Ask her whether she's wanting to leave you and to have a relationship with this guy. Ask her those hard questions that I know you don't want her to answer to them, but you have got to let her know how you're feeling about the situation, that you're having regrets now because she's all of a sudden said yes because she's like some little guy in the office. Have that conversation with her. And I'm talking about conversations. I'm going to put an ebook down in the description called Connecting Conversations. And it talks about improving and starting all those hard conversations inside the bedroom and outside the bedroom. It does include a talk about sex and that kind of thing. The hard things to talk about sex, whether it's in the bedroom, outside the bedroom, in arguments. It talks about a lot of different things. Like I said, that Connecting Conversations. That's going to be down in the description. Make sure that you pick up the ebook because it probably can help you. And it definitely can help you in this situation. It helps you think about and put to words how to have those hard conversations with your partner that you may be scared as hell to have. And this is one of those hard conversations that you're going to have. You need to know where her mind is at. You need to know what she's wanting to do with this person, whether it's going to be something long-term, y'all looking at like a three-way relationship, a polyamorous relationship, or is it just a fling for her as well? But if she's wanting to go on dates and saying eventually it's going to lead to sex, it may be something long-term that y'all going to have to talk about this before the sex happens. I know the emotional attachment has kind of already taken place, but you all are going to have more conversations about this. What kind of attachment she's wanting with this guy. Whether she's wanting a long-term relationship, whether she's looking to leave you. Talk to her, ask her what changed her mind. Yes, I understand it was this guy, but what else changed her mind? Was there anything else that she was thinking about dealing with, having fantasies about of her own that changed her mind? Don't be afraid to have that conversation with her. I'm sure the date has probably already happened, but anybody else in this situation too, have those hard conversations. Sometimes you don't want to hear the answer. It's going to hurt like hell sometimes. That's okay. That's the reality of the situation. These types of things do happen. People do get into non-monogamous situations like this as well. There's nothing wrong with it. Especially if this is your kink and you're wanting this too. You're the one who brought it up. So I can't say don't get mad with her about the situation or whatever occurs, but just know that anything could occur. Write down all the things that could occur in this relationship with her and this guy, and gets her and this guy, and bring that to her. Sit down with her and have a conversation about it and go over all the scenarios that you wrote down and the ways that you could think about this situation and the insecurity that you may feel or resentfulness or whatever the situation is at this point that you're feeling like you don't want to do it. Talk to her and tell her why. So you all can both ease your tensions around this. She may be having some tensions too. I'm pretty sure when there's a new dynamic going on in a relationship, everybody will have tensions about this. Make sure that y'all having that conversations. And like I said, make sure that you pick up the ebook. The Connecting Conversations is going to be down in the description of this particular video. Like I said, the ebook can definitely help y'all navigate this conversation as well. Pick it up today because it's going to help you. Let me see. Let me find it and let me know. Put down in the comments, y'all, what kind of other advice you have for this person or anybody else that comes through her in the comments, and it's going to help them too. So make sure you put your advice down in the comment section as well. Let me see. I'm looking for let me see. This may orgasms. We'll see. I don't know. Her disinterest into orgasm. It says, and here's the story. I believe we share an awesome sex life with my wife. We have sex often. Everything seems fine and healthy, except for my wife's disinterest to orgasm puzzles me a bit. She claims after having an orgasm, she'll be too sensitive and not interested to even try to come the next several days or weeks. But she'll still have and enjoy the sex though. With her cycle month, she'll have 2 or max 3 orgasms total. My 2 cents here is seeing many women on Reddit sharing their stories, enjoying multiple orgasms a day or whatnot, makes me think there's something she's missing out on. Any insights on how to approach this subject? This is definitely a hard one. I would definitely say talk to her about what's going on. I understand she said she's sensitive. Every woman is sensitive when they have orgasms. I'm sure men are too. Ask her what's going on with why she's not wanting pleasure. Does she feel that she does not deserve the pleasure or do not need the pleasure? What is it? It sounds like, I don't know her, but it sounds like she feels like she's not deserving of the pleasure. Once you, of course, orgasm, we all know that you're sensitive for, could be a few minutes, I don't know, up to an hour or so. After that, you can have another orgasm. So I'm not sure what else is going on unless she feels like this is something that she does not deserve pleasure. I don't know what religion she is or what she practices or whether it was drilled in her head that sex is nasty or bad or she's not supposed to have an orgasm. I'm not sure. But like I said, these are the conversations that you need to have with her. Find out what's going on with her. Something is going on. I have honestly never heard of a woman or a man that wasn't wanting to orgasm. Unless something is sexually going on medically going on or something like that. Otherwise, people do want the orgasm. That's usually the final moment. I guess I put it that way in the sex act. But like I said, I'm not sure what's going on with her, but I would definitely say question more and try to figure out whether there was any kind of trauma in her past or what's happened with her. Because it sounds like to me, like I said, either the trauma or she's feeling that she's not deserving of pleasure. And that could be, like I said, through trauma, through other ways she was raised or beliefs or values. I don't know, but definitely ask her about that. Have that conversation with her. Yes, there are hard conversations. Like I said before, my ebook will definitely help you to have those conversations, and other videos I have on her as well. Make sure that you, of course, like I said, have that hard conversation with her to find out what's going on. Because yes, you'll be sensitive. Yes, I understand folks are sensitive. I'm sensitive. Yes, multiple orgasm. I understand that. But like I said, definitely the sensitivity goes away after a little bit. That day is gone, usually. Unless there's something else going on with her medically that she may need. Maybe, I guess, too sensitive or something's going on. I don't know what the deal is. But like I said, find out what's going on with her. I'm willing to bet that it's either something that's happened traumatic to her or she does not feel deserving enough for pleasure. She feels that it's not for her. So like I said, definitely, if anybody else has any other advice or anything for this person, because I'm sure that this is not the only person that's going through a situation like this. There are many women out there who have never had an orgasm, who feel like they're not deserving of pleasure. Just know, ladies, that you're always deserving of pleasure. You can feel pleasure in whatever kind of way you want to feel it, but just know that you're deserving of that pleasure. And there's nothing wrong with being pleased and pleasured by your partner, or having orgasms, or having foreplay, or having sex, or whatever it is. Just know that it's okay to do so. I know you may have been told wrong, or not told wrong, but instilled other values and beliefs about sex is nasty and you feel guilty about it. Like I said, sex is supposed to be pleasurable. Love it, and like I said, start loving you in the process of sex as well. And just know that pleasure is something that you do deserve. Let me see, y'all. Let me do one more. Because I know this pretty sure comes. I've talked to others with this situation too. Here's the situation. I am a beginner with sex, but I want to learn to satisfy my date. I am a beginner with sex, 27-year-old male, done just a few times. And I'm dating a girl that is super experienced. I don't know what could be good positions. Or for example, the last time I was super embarrassed as I had trouble finding where to enter, where I could learn more sex about life, like some books or courses. It seemed like he didn't finish this conversation, but wanting to learn to satisfy your date, have that conversation with her to find out what she likes. Experiment with her to find out what pleasure points are on her body. She can do the same thing with you as well. What I mean experiment is going to feel like it's going to be a form of foreplay. Rubbing on her, rubbing on you to figure out what you like and what you don't like. And letting her know that you're inexperienced. I'm sure she probably picked up on it, especially since you all have already had sex, but let her know. She can probably teach you some things. Yes, there are podcasts out there. The podcast that I love is the Hard or Soft podcast, the Hard or Soft show. There's other sex therapists, sex counselors. There's other ebooks. There's all types of stuff out there that you can learn from porn. You can learn from porn too. But just keep in mind that, yes, while you have all those things to look at and listen to, just keep in mind that the sex is happening with her. So you're going to have to find out what it is that she likes. Whether she likes oral sex, whether she likes doing oral sex for you, whether she likes manual stimulation with the clitoris, or whether she likes toys, vibration, whatever it is, whether you like a cock ring, whatever it is, whether you like to have your penis sucked, whatever it is, balls, whatever it is, you have to both play with each other to figure that out. Look at all those things. Listen to all those things. There's many books out there, yes, that you can read and get into, podcast shows, all that type of stuff as well. But just know that listening to all those things, you're still going to have to practice this with her. Yes, it's going to get embarrassing at times, I'm pretty sure. But you still have to start practicing this with her. And let her know that you're inexperienced and you want her to help you. She can probably send you some information too. or show you how to do things in the bedroom that she likes and that you'll enjoy too. Now, I know there's many people out there who, of course, may find a partner or somebody else if they're dating that's way more experienced at that type of thing. They can teach you some stuff. Trust me. Just ask. I know it's embarrassing to ask and to admit that you don't know how to have, or that you're very inexperienced. Just start experimenting. There's nothing wrong with just start experimenting. And don't be embarrassed by a whole lot of things that are going to happen inside and outside the bedroom. Don't be embarrassed by those things. Try again. Just keep trying until you find some pleasure spots that you both can, of course, continue with for a little while until you learn something else new. I don't know what else she's into. I don't know whether it's BDSM or anything else, but you can learn all those things too just by asking her what she likes and what she don't like. And then experimenting to do those things on her until they become pleasurable for her. And vice versa. Like I said, there's no reason why you would have to keep, of course, continue being inexperienced. Just start learning and experimenting. Even if this person doesn't want to stay with you, I'm not saying that they're wanting to leave. But for instance, if they don't want to stay with you because you're inexperienced, that's okay. The next person you find, start doing the same thing. Start experimenting again. That's all it takes. Trust me on that one. Until you get good at what you're doing with that particular partner. Because everything that you do for one partner may not transition at all to the next. Let me see if I... Okay, let me see. Trying to see it. Actually, let me know. I'll put down in the comments as well, y'all, if y'all have any advice for that person too. Okay, let me see what this one is. Okay, here's the question. How can I sexually initiate? Maybe let me initiate sex. Here's the story. What are fun ways to initiate sex with my boyfriend? My boyfriend and I have both insanely high libidos. We have been free use for about a month. Actually left some out. When we are both home, often one of us will pounce on the other. We have sex at least twice a day, but my high libido has spiked even more and I want more. The other day he was watching a movie when I wordlessly walked into the living room and stripped, made a bit of a show, gave him a kiss, then walked to the bedroom. He had followed like I hoped he would. He said he really liked it because he can be kind of a kinky and we are free use. I want to get kind of creative initiating. Any ideas? There's all types of things you can do initiate. I mean, like you just did, you went and pounced the strip form and that kind of thing. Find out what he likes and what will turn him on. But he wants you to just come suck his penis one day while you're looking at TV. Or you can find out what that is. Y'all can have foreplay all that day and come home and pounce on each other. Like I said, there's all types of ways that you could initiate. He's in bed. You want to rub his penis and that kind of thing while he's laying in the bed. Y'all trying to go to bed. You want sex or even in the morning. It can kick off that way as well. It depends on what he likes. Find out what his boundaries are, what he likes and what he don't like. I'm sure he has a list of things that he wants you to do. I'm pretty sure to initiate. I'm sure of that. And of course, you can always do like the warm baths and the candles and wine and fixed dinner, all those types of sexy things too. Lingerie, if you have lingerie, or come out in nothing in your heels. If you wear heels, I guess I put it that way. Like I said, guys are very, very visual. Like I said, whatever you think will turn him on. Come out in the whole latex suit. I don't know. Whatever his kinks are. I don't know what his kinks are. Ask him about those things. Find out what his kinks are, what his likes and his dislikes are. And then start bringing those things to fruition. Think of if he's talking about BDSM, come out with your whip, snap it away. Let's go. That kind of thing. Like I said, there's all kind of ways that you can initiate. It just takes you being creative about the situation and finding out what his likes and dislikes are as well. Because you don't want to do things that's going to turn him off and it's going to be like, oh, I don't want this. Ask him first. And if anybody else has any advice, put it down in the comments, just in case I missed something. But like I said, definitely there's others who are going to stop by this video. And of course, look at the comments, wanting advice as well. Like I said, leave it down there for them, y'all. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get my butt off here. Again, this is Tonetta Clay. This is my channel. Make sure that y'all subscribe. This is Reddit Stories, Sex Advice, Take 1. Let us see y'all. This is so cute. Oh my God. So y'all take care, y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video. If I do want to say that I am putting that ebook that is going to be in the description of the video, Enhancing Conversations. And like I said before, the ebook is going to help y'all have those hard conversations and navigate those conversations inside the bedroom and outside the bedroom. It's going to give you different skills, tools, tactics, and tips to, of course, use to, of course, communicate, how to listen, all those types of things. When y'all are having conversations, how to take breaks and especially if things are getting too heated, it talks about all those types of things. So make sure that y'all pick that up today. Like I said, the link is going to be down in the description. Again, it's called Connecting Conversations. I'll see y'all in the next video. Y'all pick up the ebook. Peace out.